I can view by mood, timbre, and tonality. And those are three useful attributes. You have all these different types of attributes to use. But for instance, I can look and I can find just angry sounds. I can find dramatic or childlike sounds. I can have an aggressive timbre and only be working with in a minor key. So it'll filter all those examples. Now, if I'm in the human voices category, you can see that the columns changed. So I can view by the original source. I can have gender, so I can select boys, female, or performance technique like vowels. Now, those things aren't useful. Gender isn't useful on an ambience, but it's really useful on voices. So that's how there's really nothing like this where you can very quickly move around like that. So I'm going to take, let's take this sound. It has a lot of stuff going on in the sound. It's really cool, a lot of manipulation to the samples. And let's just change the sound source. So I'm changing the samples, but I haven't changed the synth parameters. So that's because it sounds like a completely different sound, but it's related. Let's try a fan drum here. This is playing a doumbek with a children's fan inside and the microphone inside it, and it's a really cool sound. So there's so many different ways to change the sounds. So I'm just trying stuff. Let's say I went to all. And have you ever noticed, like, when you're selecting sounds in a project, you always select the sounds that are in the beginning of the alphabet, because it's alphabetically organized, and you always miss all those cool sounds that are down in the Z's. Well, we made it so you can flip it upside down, so it's Z to A instead of A to Z. And you also have shuffle. So you can just keep shuffling until you find something interesting. And so now I'll try, let's say, this oceanography thing. Nice. I had no idea that was going to happen. So it's a really, really, really great browser. You can do all sorts of preview loading, and it's just extremely powerful. So let's talk about the core library, because that's really cool stuff. This instrument is massive. It is huge. It is 10 times the size of Atmosphere. We've been working on these sounds for many years, and there are completely new concepts in sound. So we have thousands of patches. We also have a bonus section that includes the best of all the Spectrasonics sample libraries. So this is a huge, huge product. But the most interesting thing are the new concepts in sound. So let's talk about that. And the first thing I want to talk about is psychoacoustic, because this is really, really interesting stuff. Psychoacoustic is a brand new idea of sampling. Most of the time people are using sampling is to emulate acoustic instruments, is to try to get the best flute sound or get the best strings. Or that's why a lot of the sampling products are out there are kind of similar and not all that interesting sometimes. So psychoacoustic is a completely new idea. It's to take acoustic sounds and record them in unique ways, and even going as far as building instruments that create new sounds to be used for the synthesizer. So what I want to do is show you a little bit of what I'm talking about, because it's a little bit hard to imagine it. And so let's take a look at some of the, let's see here, some of the different things that we've done. Let's start with this one. This is a light bulb, and we created entire sounds out of light bulbs by going inside the filaments and amplifying them in all kinds of cool ways. And so the sound I'm going to play you from Omnisphere is all created with these light bulb recordings. So that's coming from the inside of a light bulb. light bulb you saw. So let's take a look at some others. This is an instrument that was built for the project. This is it's called a typosonic machine, and it's a typewriter connected to piano strings so that when you type, it plays the strings. So we built many, and this took a long time to build this, and it was just to create one sample among the thousands of samples that are in the core library. So this is one of the reasons why it's been taking a long time to put this together, is because we've been perfecting this idea of the psychoacoustic sound sources. Steel drums are great. Steel drums played in a cathedral, amazing. Blow your mind. Here's a drying rack used for drying your clothes. So we connected acoustic guitars to it, put the microphones inside the acoustic guitar so you get the reverb of the acoustic guitar with a bowed drying rack. Now what does that sound like? Let me give you an idea what that sounds like. And so we're having fun. That's what it's all about. So let's take a listen to this.